is Cameron Herrin, a 21-year-old student who accidentally killed a 24-year-old mother and her 1-year-old daughter. He was sentenced to prison for 24 years, nearly 3 years after the accident. He was allegedly racing with a fellow student in his brand new Mustang when he slammed into the mother and daughter. On May 23, the day the two families' lives turned 180 degrees, Cameron was driving his brother's car next to him to the gym with his friend John in his car. Meanwhile, Jessica went out with her daughter for a walk around Bayshore St, a street known to be by the sea and for high-end families, and it was one of the most dangerous streets because it was a highway and the speed on it was limited to 68 kilometers per hour. Cameron and a friend stopped their cars at a traffic light, and after it opened, Cameron and a friend decided to race this speed and see who would arrive first, and walked on the road at a speed of 168 kilometers per hour, and unfortunately Jessica suddenly appeared and was in the crosshairs of his friend. He brakes in an attempt to avoid hitting Jessica, but this surprise turn confuses Cameron, and to avoid a collision in John's car, who was in his line, he tried to turn to avoid any misfortune that might happen, but unfortunately Jessica got into his line in Haba, and her daughter collided with he. Jessica passed away on the spot, and a day later her daughter. The brothers were released on bail, and his brother was excluded from the case. The incident caused an uproar and people were asking for maximum penalties for Cameron, John, and Jessica's family demanding 30 years for Cameron. He was sentenced to prison for 24 years, nearly 3 years after the accident. He was allegedly racing with a fellow student in his brand new Mustang when he slammed into the mother and daughter. David Robinette, husband and father of the victims, after Cameron Herrin was sentenced to 24 years in prison in their deaths. Believe it or not, we do feel something for the defendant. But although this won't bring my wife back, I hope that this sentence will inspire younger folks to behave in a manner that is appropriate.